5, 4, 3, 2.
Wait, I guess it would help if I launched the game. If you click into the game, are you in the game?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Launching. Assemble. Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition online role-playing adventures. I'm joined as always by my wonderful friends. Chris, playing Valravn, the Eladrin Bard of Eloquence.
Hello.
Heather, playing Frey, the Halfling Barbarian of the Beast.
Hello.
Michelle, playing Celeste, the Half-Orc Sun Soul Monk. Raymond, playing Edmund, the Human Alchemist Artificer. And Reese, playing Thimbleweed, the Gnome Swarmkeeper Ranger.
Hello.
Stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. Watch all of our D&D live series as well as reviews and Let's Plays on my YouTube channel. Read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes No Players Allowed live series Crafting Icewind every Thursday. Head on over to our live post-session discussion Frostside Chat after our show tonight. You can also listen to all of these live D&D shows with the Rogue Watson podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. Follow me on Twitter at Rogue Watson and join our official Discord server with invite link into the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, please go to patreon.com/RogueWatson. Shouts to new patrons this week, Warwicks. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net for video chat. We use Discord, and for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Music is by Kevin MacLeod, and our amazing original character art was done by Jimmy McClure. Previously on Icewind Rime of the Frostmaiden, the Goblin Chieftain of Korkaloke was really a gnome sorcerer in disguise, whose adventuring party had been attacked by goblins. Instead of a daring rescue, he ultimately joined the goblins and helped improve their lives through technology. The goblins had fallen on hard times with the everlasting Rime, and Spellix Romwad wanted out. He promised to show the Marshals the location of a pirate treasure cache in Icewind Dale, as well as an odd, human-sized, egg-shaped container that his goblins had recently found out in the tundra. The white cylinder featured a blinking keypad, but Spellix had been unable to open it. Celeste recognized it and used her acquired telepathy to speak to the creature within. She felt its confusion and anger. In response, the container opened from above, revealing a bestial humanoid that blasted everyone with a psychic blast before swiping with its claws. Despite its ferocity, the Marshals weren't keen on killing the distressed creature, while Robin used a suggestion spell to lure it back into its container and seal it up. They agreed to take the container and Spellix out of Korkaloke, but Spellix warned the goblins might try to attack them. They came up with a plan. Thimbleweed would use the corpse of a goblin who had entered the room earlier and been killed by Spellix and dress it up in Spellix's disguise. The gnome would then simply leave with the rest of the party as a gnome, hoping the goblins didn't pay much attention. But Snubsuck, the goblin warden, demanded Thimbleweed pay a price for killing their chieftain. He and Thimbleweed had previously worked out a deal. Thimbleweed would appear to have murdered the chieftain, and Snubsuck would call him out to a duel on the Walk of Doom. Thimbleweed would take a dive, and Snubsuck would assume control of the tribe and allow them to walk free. The Walk of Doom was a rickety bridge leading out over the cliff, the edge plunging into icy rocks over 100 feet below. Goblins gathered to watch the duel as each were given a short sword. Snubsuck got in a few licks while Thimbleweed resorted to casting spells. Thankfully for both of them, Thimbleweed's web spell saved their lives when the bridge collapsed beneath them. Thimbleweed faked his death, and Spellix took over, but it was Valravn who quickly convinced him to hold up his end of the bargain. Marshals were then able to leave the Goblin Fortress without any further bloodshed.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
The end.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you all have, you still have Ballista, the goblin, whom you have just convinced to join your crew as a cook, I believe.
Holy shit, I missed a lot last week. Wait, who drew on the map?
Party.
And you also have Spellix Romwad with you, which is the gnome who had disguised himself as the chieftain and wanted out. And did reveal the location of a pirate ship, its last known location, supposedly laden with treasure, that crashed in the sea of moving ice far to the north. However, based on the drawings that you all made,
which, by the way, is inappropriate for children.
Are you quickly deleting all these drawings?
What are you talking about? It's fine now.
Could be interpreted as somewhat inappropriate. It looks like you are all heading east towards Sunblight.
Just a man and his path around the mountains. That's all nothing else to see here.
It is also evening time, and you all were probably hoping to rest in Orkaloak, but seeing as how events transpired, you are all now leaving the Goblin Fortress.
Right.
So you'll be looking at probably wanting to long rest at some point soon. I did update our house rules for resting, by the way, after some consideration. So previously our rules were basically the same as Tomb of Annihilation, where you just straight up don't gain the benefits of a long rest out in the wild. But I'm feeling a bit magnanimous about that, and decided to do kind of a compromise, which is about halfway down. Actually, I posted it in the chat log. You can just scroll up and see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the update that I was thinking is that you can get a partial long rest when resting in non-safe areas, which are basically outdoors or in dungeons. All the long rest abilities and spell slots are recharged, but hit points and hit dice are not. Hit dice can then be spent to heal as per a short rest, and then you also may have to roll for exhaustion depending on the conditions that you are resting in.
And that even goes with our cart too.
Yeah, I appreciate your magnanimity. I don't even know what word I'm trying to say.
Magnets.
Yes,
your magnets.
Did you all get your magnets? I fucking overnighted that shit.
But I was still I think I assumed that the wagon was just the end of that whole thing. I thought the wagon was just like a hotel.
The wagon is not a hotel. It's not that good. What the wagon does is, I believe it gives you advantage on any of those exhaustion checks for being outdoors.
Okay.
It is. It's not like temperature controlled or anything fancy. What were you saying?
Does it give us money every once in a while from selling our drinks?
Right.
Once you start the business up, yeah.
See, that's how we stay warm, is selling those drinks and drinking it ourselves.
Yeah.
That's right.
Blista's food that she's cooking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've got a goblin cook and our homemade cider. I mean, you destroyed the only competition, which was the honey mead.
As genocider is wont to do.
As genocider is the new drink. But yeah, and also keep in mind, 10 Towns is always a fairly central location. It's not a big deal to hop on over to get that long rest. And you all, with the wagon, also speeds up your travel distance. So with the wagon, you basically travel as fast as if you were on a road, even in the tundra. So you can travel 3 miles an hour or 24 miles in a day. And you can actually use the measuring tool to look at how long the miles go.
Do we think we can make it to the road before we stop for the night? Or how late is it at this point that we're leaving the Goblin Fort?
I mean, it's probably after it's probably dinner time. So it would be you'd be traveling in the dark for maybe a little bit of an hour or two, but you could probably make it to the road and then long rest there.
It's already dark all the time, so
that is true. Dark all the time.
Like my soul.
Yes. Yeah, you guys can retrace your steps. I think you took the road down here and travel for it'd be a little less than 3 hours, so you're probably looking at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, so it is damn dark. Now you do have these biological headlights with your reindeer with their glowing antlers, so that helps you, avoid traffic. It's just like, a rabbit hops by and your whole, you don't want to swerve off the road and crash. So that part's a little bit better. But yes, you'll need to, essentially because it's night, long rest pretty much near the road if you'd like. And this is a partial long rest, so you gain the all your long rest things can recharge, but your hit points and hit dice do not come back. So if you want to, you can roll hit dice as if you were short resting in order to heal, or obviously you could cast spells and stuff too.
Okay. I will roll a hit die.
You ever Song of Rest?
I do.
Play, monkey.
This will be me telling the rest of the party of your great battle on the bridge, Thimbleweed.
Excellent. Where do I put the quarter in?
Right here, son.
Oh my god, you have a giant gaping wound in your side. You're gonna get nickel poisoning.
Not good for you.
Oh. Please don't put coins in that. And yeah, when you're hitting down for a rest, it's a little more crowded now. You've got a goblin and an additional gnome in your wagon. The goblin can literally sleep anywhere, like curl up like a cat or something. Probably near Valravn, since you've been the nicest.
What are the underseat compartments? Just looking like a cat or something?
Yeah. And Spellix is actually used to, well, it's kind of weird because he's used to goblin conditions, but he's also been chieftain for a while, so he probably has like the best conditions that are there. So
goblin conditions.
Yeah,
whatever that means.
But he's still pretty grateful about the situation he's in. He's also very much asking you, like, okay, when are we gonna make it back to town? Like, how soon can we get to the nearest place to drop me off again? I imagine what is the character from Goodfellas that's always bugging Robert De Niro's character for the money? He's that character. He's like constantly like annoying about, okay, hey, when are we gonna do this?
I could do a lot of things. Firstly, I would like to attempt to translate Dijon's journal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so upon a long rest you can do all your little crafting things and
finest mustard journal
investigations.
So is that an Arcana check? I don't remember. Arcana?
I believe it's investigation.
Okay. Looks poor.
It does look poor.
I don't know. I can't find it.
Wait, so sorry. Are we doing this like partial long rest thing?
We are, yes.
Okay.
We just went over this like 2 days ago. How does none of us know how to do this?
I don't even know if you actually wrote it down anywhere.
I had to have written it down somewhere. The problem is I don't know where I wrote it down at. Here, I'll look up the it would have been East Haven, so I'll just look at my East Haven notes.
While you're doing that, I'm also going to craft some Pokeballs.
Oh my god. Why did I not put a limit on this?
I don't know. Tinker tools with intelligence.
You could tell him now that each ball weighs 15 pounds.
We've never done encumbrance rules either, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's DC 15, so does that pass? A pass?
Those rules should be in here somewhere. So I think a 15 does pass, but let me check.
It's 15, but I didn't know about equal.
Oh, a tie, yes. If you're ties, the roller of the dice, it wins ties.
Okay, and I could do 2 during a long rest, so... All right. That brings me up to 6 balls.
Good God.
But don't worry, I'm just going to keep it at 6. I've set my own limit.
Just fill it up when it gets low.
Yeah.
Just keep it filled up.
You note that there may be some consequences to keeping so many questionably evil artifacts near your person.
Are there?
You'll find out,
Raymond
perhaps.
becomes even more questionably evil.
Right.
Well, I still have 6 pieces of Charlatan, so still got a lot of things to make.
It is
Anybody
it's a DC 15 on the journal.
Yeah, so that didn't work.
Okay.
And then I will do my experimental elixir here. So let's roll a d6. That's a boldness potion, and we'll use another
What is
spell
it?
slot
Oh,
to
it's
do.
bless. Nice.
Everybody's trying to sleep, and you're just over here like. It's
Like
just
a
chainsaw. It's just all in the same room, and he's half the night just doing all this
nails
crafting
over
and
chalkboards.
magic.
Like, what is he doing?
Like every 5 minutes, you think he's done.
Yeah. Bubbling.
It just starts up again.
Yep.
He's like
So
sleeping
it's
next
like
to a construction
that
site.
1 year for New Year's when Chris was on that air mattress and had to keep airing it up every like 10 minutes.
Is everybody falling asleep? All right, air mattress time.
All right. 2 potions.
Yep, using a spell slot.
Okay.
That's everything.
And he's done.
Finally, quiet for the
Mhm.
night. And then an encounter happens.
Right. No one gets to sleep.
It is pretty uneventful. If you would please tell me what path you guys would like to take to get to Sunblight.
Path of least resistance.
That's the one you're always trying to find, isn't
Let's climb straight up the mountains, and
it? That's the most resistance.
let's see.
If I'm
Let's
seeing this map,
Go this way.
The shortest distance.
if I'm seeing the map correctly, is there a path on that eastern side that leads directly to it that we don't have to go up the mountains? I think I see like a path there, but I'm not positive.
You guys have to move this green line because
Like right here. You go this way.
I'll draw my own line.
Whoop.
Oh my god.
There we go. Yeah.
Sure. So you got the map from the Dwerger, so you're just hoping that this is, the general placement of where it's located. You're gonna trust that they would, assume that they can put it in a great spot as all your party members start scratching their own ways to get on there. But yeah, that looks like it would supposedly lead you over, and yeah, judging by the map, you're not even sure it's necessarily like on a mountain. Maybe it's like, built into a mountain or something to where it's more accessible. Yeah. On top of a Christmas tree.
Merry Christmas, said the Dwerger.
So what does that give us? Let's say we've got 14 miles probably going this way. Do you want to literally hug the mountain, or you want to just go straight across these?
Literally hug it? Sure.
The Death Woods. You can't see the name of them, but they're the Death Woods. The Wood of No Return.
Probably around the edge of the two.
We'll call that 20 miles, 22 miles, 24 miles. It looks like it would take you a solid day to reach. Basically, if you leave now, first thing in the morning, you would reach Sunblight right in the evening. Assuming, of course, it's a straight shot.
Right.
If you bought the one way. What am I trying to say? The no layover ticket.
Yeah.
Non-stop.
That's good.
Non-stop. Thank you. God.
I see.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. So yeah, while you guys are traveling and set out, Spellix is just begging to go to 10 Towns. He's like, I don't.
I thought we explained this to him, but I'll explain it to him again if he forgot.
Oh, you can absolutely explain it to him. He's still gonna be begging to be
That,
dropped
there-
off.
that he's basically the deal was to get him out is that he leads us to the treasure, not that he gets to like leave.
Ah,
He takes us there, and right now we got somewhere else to be. So
okay. He continues to complain as much as he can. Not enough to where you get like real like shut the fuck up, but just like every 2 hours or something, he just kind of says something or makes a pithy remark or something.
What is he
Ray
complaining
is-
about?
Ray-
Is our wagon not good enough for him?
Ray will literally look at him like at the halfway point of this journey when he does it again, and will tell him, "If you open your mouth one more time, I will tie you to the roof."
It's best you
Roll intimidation.
yeah.
Uh,
I was gonna suggest you sit on the front and drive the reindeer.
Yeah.
good.
He seems to respond well to violent threats.
Yeah, I've lived with goblins for a while. That
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah, that does track. So he shuts up for a good while, for a couple miles. He looks forlorn whenever basically you guys end up going, because you told him about that, and obviously you guys are going away from where that would lead. So he's becoming worried
We
about
don't
that.
necessarily need to tell him that.
Did you even explain what's going on down here? Why you're going down here, or are you just like,
he doesn't need to know.
Need to
He's
know?
on a need-to-know basis.
yeah, Yeah.
All he needs to know is if he opens his mouth, he gets tied to the roof.
that is fair. So it's about probably halfway to your destination. You're probably stopped going east and you're starting to go south, maybe southeast. And up ahead, you catch sight of what appears to be a decent-sized frozen pond ahead of you. And on this pond is what appears to be a humanoid bear with a fishing pole, with the line down in a hole down to the icy waters below. And the bear looks up at your obvious approach with your glowing reindeer and your big-ass wagon and raises a paw. Doesn't wave, just kind of like that.
Ah, people! I knew we should have set these reindeer to sneak.
Health mode.
Health mode engaged.
Ray will wave.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
good
just wait.
sir.
Catch any good fish today?
A bear still sitting, looks like just a polar bear, but dressed up like a person, and obviously holding a fishing pole. Looks up
Does he
at
have
you.
human hands then, or is he just doing this?
Huh?
Does he have human hands then, or is he just doing this with the fishing pole? Digits.
Yes, human hands.
Okay.
They look, it's anthropomorphic, right? They look,
Okay, yeah.
not little human hands.
Enough
They're
to hold a fishing pole.
bear-like hand, yeah, but they can still hold.
How fancy is he dressed?
Not very fancy.
Okay.
Would you say he's wearing overalls and a hat?
He's a country bear.
He has a jamboree later.
The bear oddly looks very underdressed, although you also are pretty sure polar bears don't wear clothes, so you think maybe doesn't even need the clothes.
Wait a second, something's fishy here.
So just like a nice, pair of almost like shorts, and the belt has like fish hanging off of it.
He's
And
in
then
jorts?
adorned with like feathers and feathers like woven into this headdress, and kind of a necklace with some like bones and beads dangling off of it. Earrings around the ears.
So are they whole fish or just trophies?
They are whole fish. They look like they have been recently caught. And you can also tell by the dress and the garb that appears to be a female bear.
I just call him sir. Shit.
You did. You've already ruined first contact.
I've offended the bear.
And,
Alright, now we get to learn if bears are offendable.
and she
That's
says,
right.
yeah. She doesn't seem to register that too much. Says and calls out. You all are, pretty decently close. So are you getting out of the wagon, or are you just kind of all like hanging your heads out the window, or what's the story there?
We're just
Just
Beverly
continuing
down
to
the
drive
head.
on.
Yeah, give
Beverly
it the side
Hillbilly
eye.
style. We're just
Right. But yeah, she calls out and says, "My name is Oyamenartak. What brings you all to Icewind Dale?"
Tourists passing by.
Perpetual gloom.
something between those two, I suppose.
You all can give me a history check. And Frey and Thimbleweed, you have advantage.
That's good. I have a -1 on history.
My goodness, so many of you did not study.
Hooray for
All right.
advantage.
Yeah. Thimbleweed, you are from Icewind Dale,
Yes.
and you recall the legend of Oyamenartak, a legend amongst Goliaths, which are people of the mountain, big 7-foot-tall folk. She is used as a warning against young Goliaths, like don't venture too far out into the dale. Or she will, she's out there and could come get you. She's also used as a test of strength, for older Goliaths, looking to seek her out. And, Frey, you might actually recall one of the journal entries from all of you might recall, the, adventurers that you all followed in, or not followed, but went after in the mountain climb quest. The Goliath of that party was searching for this figure.
Oh.
And that's pretty much all you know, so it's kind of odd that you're seeing this person identify themselves as such and just appears to be a friendly talking bear.
Frey's getting out of the cart. She's gonna go up to the bear.
Okay.
Careful. I've heard they arm wrestle for strength.
That makes Frey smile and she walks faster.
Oh no.
I hear their livers can blind you.
Really?
Look at the liver.
Fascinating.
You eat all of it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'll go up to the bear
Okay.
and do a proper deference greeting for the region.
Bush should see if she wants to buy a genocider.
I know, right? You guys want to sell this shit. You need to
Let's,
up your clientele.
Whip us up a batch of genocider quickly.
Yeah.
We have customers.
The bear nods at you, Frey, and then notices your axe. And you see that her eyes widen. Says, "A runic axe, enchanted with frost giant runes. A powerful weapon for a Goliath warrior." And then she rises up, and you can see she is a good, 7 or 8 feet tall, and looks down at you, but squarely in the eyes, and says,
Bear.
"Who did you slay to acquire such a weapon?"
Who did I slay to get this axe? I don't remember. Crap.
Man.
So, previously on, you found this axe in the Yeti cave, having been trying to find or rescue that previous adventuring party. And the Goliath, who had been looking for this person, this figure, had been killed, torn apart by the Yetis.
I took the axe to help bring peace to the one who lost it. Vengeance.
You avenged the one who killed its wielder?
Yes.
She looks at you for a moment and then nods. I can see you have soul of Goliath the warrior. Perhaps you will help the Dale by ridding an evil that has taken roots in a nearby cave.
I'm listening.
There are those who seek me out, but most are unworthy of my gift. I hope that they grow from this knowledge, but sometimes it eats them from the inside. A group of such Goliaths have turned to the Frostmaiden to fill that void. That makes them dangerous. Only death will set them free now. Will you do this thing?
You want me to kill a bunch of Goliaths?
He nods.
Okay, I can do that. Point me to the
It's
key.
easy.
That was easy. It is less than a mile from here. You cannot miss it. The cave entrance looks like the mouth of a great beast.
Excellent.
She was expecting you to have to like offer a signing bonus or something. But
Right?
Consider this a test of your strength, and I can empower that magic weapon further.
Really? Okay, I'll be back. You wait here.
He nudges, my character nudges, Robin, now would be a time to do an insight check, man.
Are we? Are we actually within here, like listening distance of this conversation?
Sure.
Can we hear all? Okay.
Yeah, this bear doesn't seem to have a quiet voice.
They haven't gone into a private meeting room.
No. I don't think Frey is acting as an inside voice either.
She
Yeah.
doesn't know what an inside voice is.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah. I'll be listening, like watching this conversation happen.
Sure.
Does this thing strike me as humanoid?
It does have human hands.
Yes.
I will take payment in the form of 2 of your fingers.
Yes.
All right. 16.
What are you trying to suss out? They're telling the truth about the cave, or
Also
Empowering the
not
weapon.
right. Why is it only +3?
I should be more insightful than this.
Yeah, shouldn't it be whatever your proficiency and what your actual bonus from the thing is?
If you're proficient in it, yeah, it should be.
Yeah. Should be another 3 on there, so it should be +6. I wonder why that didn't work. My history check worked. Anyway. I'm trying to, I guess, as I listen to this bear speak to Frey, determine just if it's on the level. Just if it, I mean, it strikes me as pretty laid back already, but if it's got like, if I see like animal hunger in its eyes for Frey, if I see any kind of threat.
Yeah, you look at her mannerisms and posture and the way she's speaking, and everything feels very calm and natural, and the bear carries herself like a large, powerful individual who is aware of their own strength and power, but doesn't need to show it off. And she's used to, and she appears to be used to dealing with all kinds of people. And you can tell even with your interaction, even though there's a bunch of you in there and there's this wagon being pulled by reindeer and all this thing, this bear showed absolutely zero fear or hostility in interacting with you all. And almost seemed to maybe do a insight check on all of you, where she also was not wary or apprehensive about any of you either.
Good thing Frey doesn't know that. She'd take offense to that.
Okay.
But yeah, from everything that you've read, she appears to be pretty genuine about the needs that she has and who she is, and this little quest that she's asking of all of you.
As Frey begins to walk back to the cart, she'll look back and ask giant teddy bear, what do you require as proof that they are dead?
She says,
Will a finger do?
How many fingers? Please say all the fingers.
I'll bring you ahead. It's fine.
She says, I will meet you outside the cave so that I may purify it from the Frostmaiden.
Okay.
This is her domain, and a healthy respect is no worry, same as respect for the air or the water or the ice, but a zealous devotion is something else entirely.
Curiosity, would you consider burning people alive in her name to be zealous in nature?
Her friend.
That also would be a danger. No need to give her any more power. As you can see, and just kind of gestures to all around it, she is powerful enough.
To your understanding, dear, what was the name of the bear again?
Teddy bear.
Oya Minartok.
Teddy bear.
Miss Talk. To your understanding, the Frostmaiden is the cause of this darkness that we find ourselves in, then?
I know not why the Frostmaiden has done this to our homeland. The winter goddess is not one to act out of hatred or vengeance. But only she could have this kind of power.
Good. Yes. May I call upon you as a witness to this? In court. An expert witness, perhaps.
If you are heroes of the Dale, I, Oya Minartok, will be your friend.
We would be happy to have such a friend as mighty as yourself, dear. These Goliaths. Why exactly do you wish them dead? They worship the Frostmaiden, but have they committed crimes against the Dale in that devotion?
I have seen them hunting, and not just the beasts. They hunt a man and a dwarf to kill, bring back to cave. But worship of a dark god is never good. And for Goliaths, it is the most wrongness to try to cheat power through worship.
Very good, very good. As Marshals of the Dale, I was simply looking for some sort of excuse, I suppose, some sort of motive for our incursion upon their domain. And if they are, in fact, setting upon citizens of this dale, then our purview has been incurred upon, and we will act.
Be wary, the Frostmaiden grants her devout followers with some of her power.
What kind of power exactly? Can she possess animals, do you think? We've seen a lot of talking animals lately.
A Frostmaiden goddess is capable of much power and strange deeds. I have not borne witness to all of them. But watch for the glowing blue eyes. That is the touch of the goddess.
That would explain a few of the talking animals we've seen, yes.
Not all of them. Just a
Not
few.
all of them, but some of them.
Some of them. All right, she bids you all good luck and agrees to meet you outside the cave and points you basically directly towards.
We do give her some genocider on before
Oh,
we leave.
absolutely,
Of
yeah.
course.
Wait, on the house?
Give it as a sample.
Yeah, a sample.
She sniffed it a few times.
Not sure
I
how
grab
good
it
they are.
back from her. I snatched it out of her hands.
You have strange customs. But yeah, you all travel basically straight towards the mountains, and sure enough, in less than a mile, you find that very recognizable cave entrance opening that looks like a head of a bear. An elevated causeway covered with snow winds toward it, kind of ascending upward into this cave entrance, and it's got these wooden adornments that are shaped like a open of a bear's mouth, with the dark cave beyond. Frey, I'm assuming you want to activate your dark vision.
Yes. Shing.
You know what? Me too.
Oh, he does have the dark vision. Fuck this darkness crap. Alright, give me a second to update yours. Got the setting on everybody. Gray 65.
How do I flavor this? I can't transmute my eyeballs.
Sure.
I turn I found like a couple of shards of glass and I turn them into dark vision spectacles.
Ah, I like that.
That, lasts only 8 hours or so before it disintegrates.
Are they tinted like sunglasses or clear?
Let's make them tinted.
That's
Transition.
awesome. Yeah. Well, like opposites, so they're like super dark in the darkness.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oppositions.
Sing. All right, you guys are on a map. You might have to scroll down, or I can shift click to take you down there. But I took the liberty of having you guys ascend this causeway, and you can see this yawning opening of the cave, shaped like a bear's head.
Do I notice any giant tracks? That only I could see.
Without even rolling a survival check, you can definitely see footprints in this area, and they are much larger than your foot. They are also
Shock.
slightly large. I think Celeste has the biggest footprint. They are slightly larger than Celeste's footprint.
Can Thimbleweed curl up inside the footprint?
I don't think so.
Celeste is feeling real self-conscious about the size of her feet now.
Look, footprints larger than hers.
Dig them under the snow a little bit when you're standing.
Bigger than those massive stompers.
Thimbleweed is suddenly roundhouse kicked off the ledge.
I knew they were big.
See how far I fall away.
You only prove my point.
Alright, I'm going in. Frey's not smart enough to check for traps, so.
She's going in.
Although I do have danger sense, I will remind you of that.
What is danger sense? I sense danger.
Well,
Advantage on deck saves against effects that you can see, such as traps and spells. Okay. As you walk in, nothing seems to happen or trigger.
Okay.
A naturally formed pillar supports this chamber's 20-foot ceiling. 2 alcoves set in the north are fitted with rusty iron gates which lie open, and cave tunnels lead south and northwest.
Yeah, thinking back, it's now that I probably should have asked her how many of these things are in here. That probably would have been smart.
Yeah, can Thimbleweed...
I like how the second they mentioned the question,
Yeah.
like, I'm good, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, to be fair, our smarty pants Mr. Valravn didn't ask either.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
he talked to her for a good little bit, too.
He was more interested in the moral questions.
Yeah,
Right.
whether do we have the right to come in here and murder these people? You need an excuse.
I need a moral
Is-
compass.
yeah, Valravn, the moral compass of.
I forgot to do something. How long ago did we leave the cart? Where is the cart, by the way?
That is a good question.
Yeah, you guys had to park the wagon basically at the bottom of this winding causeway, and obviously Spellex is like, I'm not fucking going in there. That's got a giant thing, and Ballista was also willing to stay with the wagon.
Do we
Let's
trust?
watch and make sure he doesn't run away.
Yeah, but I was about to say the same thing. Do we trust this gnome with her wagon?
No, I tie him to the roof of the
Okay, that's true.
Freeze dead up there.
Yeah.
Tie him.
Yeah, he
Tell
is,
Ballista
he is
to
tied
watch.
up outside on the roof of the wagon. I'll give him a little tarp so he doesn't freeze to death.
Okay. Yeah, you guys tie him.
in a burrito blanket and just tie him. To the
You need that
Fine.
rug of sleeping that
That's right.
Reese had in the
Yeah.
last campaign. Sleep now.
No, like with babies, he's got the swaddle,
Swaddle,
so he
yep.
can't move his arms and his legs.
Waddle.
And
Yes.
like a baby, it just knocks him right out.
hmm
Yeah, you guys leave the wagon, and it's probably only like, it's right at the base of this causeway, so it's not like it's miles away or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's maybe like, 100 yards or something.
Thimbleweed, I don't suppose your keen eyes could perhaps detect how many footprints are coming in and out of this place?
That might require a survival check.
They most certainly can. Whether or not I tell you will depend.
On whether you know.
Boy, Mr. +8 over here getting a 12. You definitely know their footprints. You're pretty sure there's more than 2, but beyond that, it's pretty tricky to say.
There is a murder of Goliaths in this place.
Fewer than 20, and more than 2.
Fantastic.
What is that in Heroes of Might Magic terms? There's lots of Goliaths, many
Yeah,
Goliaths.
That's right.
It's not Zounds Goliaths.
There's a plethora of Goliaths.
You can see in these little gate things, there are what looks like fragments of eggshells.
Eggshells?
Mm-hmm.
Chicken egg shells
I like to study
Ostrich
that.
eggshells?
dinosaur eggshells.
That might require a nature check. What are you saying, Edmund?
Ugh.
Same thing. I like to investigate the eggshells.
Sure, give me nature checks from both of y'all.
Oof.
Thimbleweed is pretty sure they are chicken dinosaur eggs, in fact. Some sort of terrifying chicken-sized Tyrannosaurus. Or Tyrannosaurus-sized chicken. It's hard to say.
Wait, just starts going down the rabbit hole of what that combination means.
We all have to stay perfectly still.
Oh, no, fuck our eyes out.
He has become leader of the Tyrannosaurus chicken.
Yeah, vision is based on movement.
Please take me into your tribe.
I must become one of them. Does anybody speak Tyrannosaurus chicken? Edmund, however,
Shakes his head while he's listening to
while Thimbleweed is going off on a tangent.
He's just we're just in the back yelling this entire time.
Repent now. Our doom is upon us.
Oh, these
Rob's
are
watching.
white dragon eggshells, guys.
It was way off.
I don't know if that's better or worse than a Tyrannosaurus-sized chicken, or...
True, it's true.
It sounds a little worse to me.
Well, what do we know about white dragons?
They blend in with the snow.
We could be
Ironically
standing
black.
on one right now. He could have hatched right underneath our feet.
Wait, so all of these hatched eggs?
Said there was eggshell fragments, right?
Correct. And Edmund, it looks like these hatched some long time ago.
They'll be
They
surly
know-
teenagers by now.
Right.
So surly.
They'd be smoking in the back.
Get out of here, Mom!
Don't you
Try to-
knock?
Popping the pimple on their nose.
These dragons hatched quite a while ago. I imagine they are adolescent sized by now.
I'll kill a dragon too. Let's go.
I think you underestimate the dragon, but lead away.
You be first.
Yeah.
Well, Robin, down this southeastern tunnel, you see another cave inside, and you see the glinting of piles of coins in the corner, as well as just a large, like, circular hole going, like, down.
All right. I'll whisper back. I do believe I see some monetary gains to the southward, but I am not willing to go by myself.
Not that curious.
Yeah,
I'll hold your hand.
appreciate that. You know, a dragon cave is not the place for a ladron.
At the same time, I want Foray to roll a stealth check.
Oh, why are you making me roll stealth? That's just rude.
Or you're just kind of tromping forward.
Well, I mean, I'm trying.
Not anymore.
Not that I'm judging your...
She's not exactly being stealthy, but she's not like
That's
just
fair.
banging everything as she's walking around.
Right, yeah.
It's kind of that like hesitant walk that people do when you're unsure. Because, you know, she's realizing she forgot to ask how many bad guys were in this cave.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she doesn't care, but still knowing that answer is better than anything else. Do I still have to roll a stealth check?
All that to say,
Yeah, just to so I have something to compare to some passive perceptions.
Maybe a dexterity saving throw instead, so I have advantage.
Is this danger?
Yeah, it's danger. I don't care. I'm like, yeah.
Okay, yeah, you are kind of stomping along.
Yeah. I stepped on one of the eggshells.
Right.
It made a cracking noise.
You're dragging it along with you.
Yeah. It's like
Snow is
toilet paper
crunching.
stuck to her shoe.
The snow is crunching loudly under your boots.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's not the
Um,
quiet type of snow like we're used to outside.
Thimbleweed and Valravn, as you approach this cave in the lower right corner, you immediately hear a hissing, growling sound as a white, smallish dragon form claws its way down from the corner of a cave. And as a surprise round,
Oh, y'all tried to loot a dragon sword.
it
Just looking.
fires off a freezing breath that is going to hit Thimbleweed and Valravn.
Wonderful.
I need con saving throws, please. Ignore that damage. It's not set up right. I'll roll the damage.
This isn't a spell, right?
You know, I feel like we need to look this up, but is a breath weapon a spell-like effect? I mean, no, it's a breath weapon, but I guess it depends on what the wording is. All right, let's see.
No, it's a spell. I'm looking at my amulet. The spell's
Oh.
gonna have a level.
Gotcha.
And if this isn't a spell with a level.
There we go. That rolls damage. Oh, and I rolled bad damage.
Oh, good. Great. Got 18.
All right, you both take 18 cold damage.
Oh no.
Yep.
That's-
You also hear hissing coming from outside of the cave, the entrance you just came in. And another one crawls forward. You're not even sure where it came from, and unleashes a similar breath weapon at Thimbleweed and Celeste. So I need con saves from you two, or sorry, not Edmund and Celeste.
Oof.
That's another DC 12.
Ooh.
Wow,
Oh,
Celeste, you hold your breath. Look at these. Now there, this is how you do it right here.
They saw us get blasted, and they
That's
readied
right.
themselves.
So you two take half that damage, so it's 12 cold damage. And at the same time, Frey, you step forward and like crunch onto the snow, and you see, I believe you can see in the northeast corner, you see a cave room that is stained with blood and bits of animal pieces and like skins and haunches of meat hanging from meat hooks from the ceiling. And you see one of the Goliaths is in there, like, you know, just working in there as a butcher, and just like looks up at the same moment and kind of sees you. But no surprise around there. You just spot each other. All right, let's get some initiative, please.
Oh boy.
We all wanted a TPK tonight, right?
That's true. Yeah, I want to trigger everything all at once.
This guy's like roll together. This guy. All right, so we already did the surprise round, so we're gonna go to Thimbleweed. Boy, I rolled all my units together. Fantastic.
Yep.
And this does appear to be a juvenile white dragon. It's basically the same size as a person. And this is a fun picture of the entrance, if the dragons were there hanging by the entrance of the cave.
That is fun.
Wow.
I couldn't show that before because it showed the dragons.
Yeah, we're waiting for you to come in.
Yeah.
Do we know anything about white dragons?
You can give me a... Well, I guess... Edmund already rolled that 18. What does that tell you? Background information, general strength versus party, unique attacks, and traits. Okay, so you know this is the youngest kind of dragon that is still combat capable. So technically the weakest version of a dragon. However, even the weakest version of a dragon is still, you know, decently strong, still has a breath weapon, but has to, like most dragons, have to be able to recharge it, so odds are it can't do it every round. White dragons tend to be the least intelligent and more bestial of the dragon types. Obviously immune to cold, and all their shit is cold damage based. And they are fairly hardy and have some, you know, tough natural hides.
All right.
Here's an important question that you didn't answer. How much do they sell for on the black market?
If only you had gotten their eggs. If you only been here a couple of years earlier. You want to try to capture them and
Sell them. We'll carry them in our cart.
Right. You probably won't be able to sell it in Icewind Dale because I don't think any town is big enough to be able to even handle that.
I said the black market.
I mean, good luck finding that in Icewind Dale, I guess.
We have an egg-carrying device in our
You do.
wagon.
Yeah.
Right. We should bring it in and unleash it.
That's, yeah.
That was something I thought about, yeah. 13 is not going to hit a dragon's
Oh boy. All right.
scaly hide.
Attack again.
21 will.
Plus.
8 for all of his modifiers.
That's right.
For 10 damage.
Okay. It hisses back angrily. You sink your sword into its flank. Hooray!
Well, shit.
Yeah. So, to give you further context, you stepped into kind of a crossroads here. To the northeast, the room I described earlier, it's like a butcher's room where you do see one of the Goliaths looking up at you. And to the northwest, you see a room that has a large chamber with some bedrolls laid out. You can't quite tell how many there are from your point of view. And there's also a little bit of a chasm with like a plank leading over it. And then you can just make out to the southwest, there's light coming in that direction.
So,
And then you heard all the dragon noises coming from the southeast where your friends are.
yeah. Since I know the Goliath thing can see me, I'll kind of hold up my axe and smile like I'm just a really small Goliath. Just to see if it'll just stay there. Because, I mean, I've got a Goliath weapon that's just been...
Sure. Yeah, the
Hoping
other...
that it'll recognize a Goliath weapon type of a thing.
Yeah, it looks at you very much with flashing anger in its eyes. And when it sees that axe, he looks like you just waved a fucking, like, delicious sandwich in front of him. Like, he's just like, I want that fucking axe.
Well.
I couldn't think of a better metaphor.
I really...
right now.
Yeah.
I really want a fucking
I could really
sandwich.
go for BLT right now. The greatest of rewards, clearly.
I do want to run in there by myself, but then again, I don't want to run in there by myself in case there's another one in there.
WWFD.
Prey would run in there by herself. That's the problem.
There's plenty of dragon.
Is
You
it
don't
a
want to fight a
problem?
dragon? There's dragons for you to fight down here.
Well, I'm afraid if I turn around away from this guy, he's going to come up behind us and kill whoever's in the back.
Well, we're surrounded right now. There is no back.
Yeah.
There's a dragon on either side.
Alright. I'll just yell down this hallway. I'll get to you in a minute. Stay there. And then come back this way. So 5, 10. Giddily start laughing. 15, 20. As I'm going and skipping merrily, laughing all the way. Getting
The rage.
some rage fun time going. And I will choose. Use attack roll. I'll choose tail
Okay.
for my form of the beast. I
Yeah.
choose tail.
I choose tail.
I choose your tail.
I choose you, tail. All right, you sprout a lashing spiny tail from your backside.
What's that? Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna do it because why not?
It's what Frey would do.
It is what Frey would do. Laughing all the way. E-I-E-I-O. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens. That means I get advantage. Hang on. Woo.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
That'll work.
shit. Frey has been wanting to fight a dragon, even a small dragon, for so long that she nailed the crit.
21 damage
My goodness.
on my first attack.
Hang on, we gotta do the massive damage as per
The crit roll.
our crit rules. So that is a on save, which it does make the save for any massive damage trauma, but it does take 21 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And that does a solid blow to that dragon. Just absolutely gives off a careening cry. Just
Yeah, I don't think the 14's gonna hit.
does not.
Yeah. It's alright.
The scream of the dragon momentarily caused you to falter a bit.
Yeah. That's pretty good, though. I'll take 21.
That was pretty effective. Celeste?
Okay. I'm gonna come up here. And also...
We'll say that anyone she passed by as she came up to fight the dragon, she did tell them to watch their 6.
Did you tell us what it was back there?
No, I just told you to watch your 6.
More dragons. Oh no.
Yeah, what's back there? Why do we have to watch our 6?
You don't want to know.
Is it hot babes? Is that what's gonna come around the cave? 17
17?
does hit a
Excellent.
dragon wormling.
Okay, so that's 8 damage. And then I'm gonna use my stunning strike.
Oh snap.
So I can spend a key point to attempt stunning strike, succeed on a con saving throw, or be stunned until the end of my next turn. But then I don't remember how stun works. Then if we hit it again, does that tap it out as stun?
No. Stun is
Okay.
like
Let's see
So
what
he's
is
just
stun.
stunned, and then we can just keep bashing
Yeah.
him.
Stun. Well, let's see if he. Stun. So stunned. You're incapacitated, can't move, and can speak only falteringly. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and you automatically fail strength and dex saving throws.
Excellent. Okay. So I'm doing that. So con saving throw.
All right. Do you know the number that I need to roll?
I don't know. Why don't I
I'm
do
guessing
that?
an 8
Probably
is
not
not
that.
going to
Probably
do
more
it.
than an 8.
All right, that's
Yeah.
probably fair.
Where would that information be? Why is it on my character sheet?
That's a good
I
question.
think I don't think the monk stuff calculates. The same
Yeah,
way.
because
Just-
it's not on a spell
It's
sheet.
somewhere in the
Okay.
monk section, but I don't know where to find
Gotta
that.
file that away to do later. Reese, can you do
Yeah.
that for me
8
later?
8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier.
I'm never gonna remember that.
Okay.
So
8.
11 plus whatever your wisdom modifier is. I don't know what that is.
1. So
12.
12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So
All right.
he's stunned.
Yeah, so you lash out
Nice.
with a good hit with the mop, and then it's stunned, so it literally has like the Tweety birds going around its head, basically.
So then I can use my extra attack then to hit him again
And you have advantage because it's stunned.
with advantage.
Yep.
Oh.
That's not going to do it. You rolled the same thing as Frey did earlier, 10 and 14.
But then I still have my bonus action. Because
Yes.
the stunning strike doesn't say bonus action. So that's my unarmed. Ooh, for 8.
Celeste, your 1-2 punch after Frey decimated it with a critical hit is enough to take out this dragon wormling.
Wow.
Nice.
I don't know, what does your unarmed strike look like with that last one? Is it a fist? Is it a kick? Is it a tackle? I don't know.
How do you kill an incapacitated dragon? I don't know. It's probably just a good old like kick to the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just crunch. Just you hear a
Yeah.
sickening crunch as you do that, and it just collapses to the ground. Very effective. Boy, I am scared of your martial fighters that have all these new level 5 abilities now.
Yeah, you guys went from doing one thing per turn to doing like 4 things per turn.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's.
I think this is our first legitimate fight since level 5. Well, no, I guess we had the ice toads. Never mind. We had the ice toads.
Oh right, yeah.
All right. Did you want to move, or are you done?
We're gonna assume she's good.
Okay.
Just done.
But she reserves the right to come back and be able to say that she wants to move.
Correct. You definitely hear movement. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, as you see a Goliath warrior, 7 feet tall. He's got the kind of gray, kind of ashy looking skin tone. Very powerfully built, muscular, wearing, appropriate. Well, actually, you know what? These ones, so the token, I just have the one Goliath warrior, but these ones are actually more wearing less clothes, which seems very odd because it's still very chilly. You guys are all wearing winter clothing. And this Goliath is like practically bare chest. He's got like just a light vest on. It doesn't seem to, the cold doesn't bother him anyway, which you find pretty distressing. He comes around the corner and sees all of you and pretty much, right after this dragon still going into its death throes, and immediately starts calling out. Do any of you speak Giant as a language?
Giant. That's a specific one.
Indeed.
Negative.
I speak halfling.
Oh, I'm sure it's close.
It's the opposite.
It's the opposite.
The inverse of giant.
Okay, so you don't know what he says, but it sounds obviously like some kind of alarm. And as an action, he takes out a javelin from his pack, and you see his eyes glow blue for a moment, and his hands kind of glow blue as he grasps this javelin, and you can see it seems to transform and become like a giant ice sickle or an ice spear. And
Seen this TV show? He's gonna murder a dragon in a second.
and he launches it.
At me!
Um,
He wants my axe. He wants to throw it
that's
at me.
true. You were the one he saw. That's true. So he'll launch it at you, which he gets advantage because you recklessly attacked, I believe.
I did.
I don't know how they would know that, but they just see you. They see you attacking so recklessly, you're not like properly defending yourself. So
That's why I missed my second attack, because I was recklessly attacking.
even though it's supposed to make your attacks better.
Yeah.
All right, so he hurls this ice spear at you, Frey, with advantage, 18.
Does that hit me? It does.
Okay.
What's your damage? What's your damage?
Yeah, what is he waiting on? Something bad's
Yeah,
gonna happen.
so it does do a thing. It deals, first of all, it deals 4 cold damage to you,
Okay. I don't
and then it explodes into like shards of ice, basically, in a radius of within 5 feet, which is Edmund, you, and Celeste all have to make dexterity saving throws, Or
Ooh, I
take.
get advantage on this because I'm a danger sense.
There you go. You somehow sense this thing is going to explode after it hits you.
That's right.
I knew danger sense would come in handy eventually.
Danger sense.
No.
Oh shoot! Somebody did mention in the chat you can use your tail.
I don't think it's close enough, actually.
Oh, it has to be melee.
Creature you can see within 10 feet.
Ah, that is true. It's not within
Yeah.
10 feet
I do appreciate that, chat. However, he's
Yeah.
not close enough yet.
yet.
It's okay. He will be in just a minute.
All right, so Edmund, you're gonna take a full 8 damage. I guess I will roll for.
Take
Failing
my
some
8.
deck saves. Yeah,
Sorry, fail now. Hit later.
I'll roll for Celeste. CC of 13.
I also just realized you and Reese are wearing the same sweater.
I think we do that most of the time.
Yeah.
And
Now, one of a kind, hard to get.
It is.
It is now.
That's
that
true.
It's a good thing. It's a collector's item.
I know. Yeah. R.I.P. Pack South. Celeste does make the save. So that's. Oh, it does that again. 2 attacks. Once more into the fray. Literally attacking fray. Same sequence of events. 21.
Yikes.
That'll do it.
We'll hit Frey for 5 cold damage, and I need another round of deck saves.
Damn it.
Oh, Lord.
Damn it.
Wow.
That ice shrapnel is,
It's no joke. You guys be better at this. Let's see. It's the same damage. It's funny.
Oh, yeah.
And Celeste, once again, makes a save. So she is avoiding all of this shrapnel damage, but Edmund is getting beaten up quite badly. All right, the other dragon needs to try to recharge its breath weapon. And it does.
It's not a good thing for us.
It's not a good thing for you.
Or is it?
It is going to leap forward and fly, and Thimbleweed, you can get an attack of opportunity on it,
Okay.
as it just flies over you. Oh, shit!
I'm gonna mark it as my favorite foe.
And it
also.
regrets doing that immediately with another critical hit. 12 damage.
I'll roll. One more. Roll 2 more die. Shoot, is that once per turn or once per attack?
Can you do a favored foe when it's not your turn? Does it take anything to do that?
Let's see. When I hit a creature with an attack roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
First time on each of your turns, you hit it, the favorite enemy, and deal damage to it, including when you mark it.
It's not your turn. It's the only problem.
Okay. Then I'll just roll for my swarm.
Okay.
I make sure it's on. That's also on each of my turns, so it has to be on my turn. I do both of those.
Okay. Gotta read
Alright.
fine prints.
I know. I signed the contract too hastily.
Yeah. It flies. I think that. I'm trying to figure out this cone. It's been a while since I've messed with cones. 5, 10, okay, so it'd have to be a little bit closer. Basically flies and maybe clings onto this pillar in the middle of the room and exhales its frost breath. And it looks like its best method is to take out Frey. Basically, it wants to certainly avenge its sibling as it screams and blasts forth this freezing breath at Frey, Celeste, and Valravn. I'll actually roll it. Ooh,
Oh my goodness,
boy.
that's terrible.
That's a lot of damage. I need a DC 12 con. So a lot of saves getting thrown around in this one.
A lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage.
I haven't gone yet this combat, by the way. If I go down right now. Okay.
Ooh, nails the con save.
Yikes.
I'm looking to see if I have anything that'll save me.
So you haven't used your reaction yet. You can use your absorbing thing.
I have an absorbing thing
on your axe. I don't think it's come up, but it's the non-dark vision ability of your axe. As a reaction upon taking damage from acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage, you can spend a charge to activate the absorbing rune, capturing some of the energy by hefting the axe into the air. You gain resistance to the triggering damage till the start of your next turn. The next time you hit with the runic axe, your target takes an additional d6 of the triggering damage, expending that energy. Basically, you can use it to gain resistance.
Yeah, but it's about to be my turn.
Yeah.
Ugh, they've already gone. No, I'm not doing that.
Yep.
I don't think I have anything that'll... That's poison. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Saving throw, what am I rolling here?
Constitution should be your bread and butter.
Actually, strength is better.
My goodness.
He saves tonight.
My goodness. Sure you don't want to use that? So you're taking 25 cold damage.
I'm still gonna take the damage anyway. It says when I take damage. I have to take the damage to do it. Did you not read that part?
I think the way it's supposed to work is that you gain resistance to the damage right then.
That's not how it just read.
Because I basically copied it from the, what's that? There's a spell that's the exact same thing.
Absorb elements?
Absorb elements, thank you.
Yeah, that is how it works.
Yeah.
The wording may be weird, but yes, that is how it works.
Well then, yeah, I'll do that.
Resistance on that attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. Take half.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was gonna stay up no matter what, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. The other part just means that the resistance lasts throughout until the start of your next turn. So if you were to take,
so
it just it's not like it's so it's not just for that one damage. It's technically for your whole next turn.
That's fine.
And it technically empowers your axe to do cold damage, but as I told Edmund, you imagine these things don't give a shit about cold damage. All right, so
the other guy might.
So you heft your axe and absorb some of that damage. While Valravn managed to make the save, deflect some of it. Celeste takes it all. That is the end of its turn. The other one is dead. So Valravn, it's finally your turn.
Yeah.
Looking pretty cold there.
Yep, I'm not doing so hot. But neither is Edmund as I look over. We've both been pretty battered here.
Yeah.
And we will both go at the very end, so yeah, that makes sense. All right. Valravn is going to, as a bonus action, he is going to begin writing in his book about the Goliath witnessing the death of one of his pet white dragons and the upcoming death of the other. It was so disheartening that when Valravn, the glorious, shot him with a crossbow bolt, he could not avoid its path. By the way, those were also that's what those were.
Gotcha. I got it. Okay. There's a bonus action. You do the unsettling words, and your action you fire the trank dart, which I assume you're actually keeping track of the ammo, because normally we don't do ammo, but with magic stuff, we should be doing that.
Yep.
All right, 24 does hit. He takes 1 damage and needs to make a con save. It looks pretty hardy, but we'll see. My saves haven't been that good either. Oh, the unsettling words. So unsettled. So unsettled. So yeah, you think he shrugs it off, and then he remembers your words kind of magically cause him to falter, and he drops down and is incapacitated and poisoned. Which is incapacitated. You can't take actions or reactions. I'll just use this symbol again. Oddly can still move though.
Is that doesn't that's weird.
Because there's unconscious is a different thing.
Yeah.
But it's also different. There's too many. There's stunned, there's paralyzed, there's incapacitated. Like they really should have like.
Yeah.
We need to get rid of some of those.
And this one doesn't. This one should have been unconscious. I mean, I imagine this one should have been unconscious because past like, it's like a stun gun. That's what I assume.
Basically, yeah.
It's more like just a I don't know what. He just wandered like moving around without being able to do anything. I don't know. Anyway, Valravn's gonna run away.
Run away.
Go right here. Yeah. And that will be my turn.
Mr. Ulrich.
New question. How much is a Goliath on the black market?
Now we're slavers.
That's right.
Oh, 14 hits him.
You have or no, that's not what incapacitate does.
Right. It's very specific. 14 does hit him. As I mentioned, he is not wearing hardly any armor at all. So you speak the command word and throw it at him, and the band opens up. And so now I add restrained to his list of debuffs that he has.
Yep.
Let's see, poisoned, incapacitated, and then we'll use this for restrained. So many debuffs. And restrained, so now he can't move. And nothing else matters. Oh, and I guess you have advantage on him.
Back into his hiding spot.
He cannot move. He can't take actions. It's just effectively
right.
just
He
a
is
nothing.
shut down.
Yeah.
Wait, that means he can't break out of it because it takes an action to break out of it.
That's right.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true.
He's just standing.
For at least an hour. Yeah.
Ooh, you guys, let's sell this man.
Please. I don't think anyone explains to him the morality of this.
It's gone full Pokeball. Like if he catches someone in the band, they're not a human anymore. Now they're just a collection.
We weakened him? Have we weakened enough to capture him?
Yeah, he wasn't weakened at all. That's the crazy part. He was full strength.
It was a master ball.
He took 1 damage from the pacifier. You hear the sound of another Goliath deep in somewhere beyond in the tunnels. And it's the boy's turn.
I don't think I ever chose a fighting style. I was trying to figure that out on my character master, but I can't see that anywhere.
Oh.
Like at level 1, or when do you choose?
It's at level 2, so it should have been. I should have chosen one, but I just don't remember that or see it at all.
Start of the campaign.
I assumed it would have been archery. That's usually the.
But I assume.
If you don't have it plugged in.
I don't know. Yeah, because I had the same exact bonus as my melee attack.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm going to shoot that dragon and add +2 to the attack modifier.
If we can hover over your thing and see what all your modifiers are. Yeah, just dex and proficiency is what you got on there.
Yeah.
Well, that will certainly hit. Yeah, attacking the dragon.
And he'll be my favored foe.
And it's got bugs attached to it.
And bugs. So it's got beetles just crawling all over his eyes now.
16 damage.
Yes.
All right.
He can't do anything about it. He can't move. He can't.
Yeah,
blink.
Thimbleweed, you put one right into the middle of his chest, and it's near a death blow, and then all your bugs just explode from that arrow and just immediately cover over its body, and it just writhes for a second and then falls dead.
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm gonna go back towards the gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gold.
You also see a large chute that smells awful. Like, you're thinking this might be a garbage chute for both
it's the
garbage
poop
and
chute.
waste. Yeah. And
Oh.
it just like seemed to go like straight, almost like a kind of a slide angle.
Oh man, Reese is very curious about that now.
I've been through some.
You did just discover a frog's internal workings. You know.
Yes,
Yeah, very much
but
so.
I don't think Tumbleweed would do that by choice. Anything else? Well, that I can see in this room with a cursory glance.
You do see a treasure pile, a very small, modest treasure pile, but there is some coins and some objects of note.
They don't like to brag.
They were only small dragons, to be fair.
Okay. All right.
From around the corner, you see another Goliath emerge. And this one seems to, like, yell in giant and see that its compatriot is, like, listlessly standing while these metallic bands are surrounding it. And, you, see it, let's see, 5, 20, okay. It disappears for a second, and as an action, it runs back towards it and is carrying in its hand what looks like blue flame. And it's giving off light as it carries this flame. And you can see the light, but you don't feel any heat coming off of it whatsoever. And his eyes glow blue like the flame, and he presses this flame against the Chardalyn bands. And the bands begin to melt in front of your eyes. And you can see it's some exertion required, like he's sweating and grunting as he does this and presses against it. And you can see that this process is not without damaging the other Goliath. Like it's just like melting his flesh at the same time. So, but he's incapacitated, so he's not responding to it. But you can see that actually melts away and destroys that Chardalyn band. However, a couple things happened. That was the Goliath's action to do that. The other one is still incapacitated, and it took a hefty amount of damage as as it like literally blackened his flesh.
Wow. Gotta get our hands on some of that blue flame.
So that was its action, and we go to Frey.
Skipping merrily down the ramp here. 5, 10, 15.
That one.
So what does it still have on it?
So it still has the poison and the stun.
Okay, so I get advantage because it's stunned.
Or no, sorry, it's not stunned. It's what did I say? Incapacitated.
Incapacitated, yeah.
And
I still get advantage because it's incapacitated.
You do not. So incapacitated just says he can't take actions or reactions, and poison says he has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So the poison basically doesn't matter. So basically, he can't do anything.
I
But
think poison is just so that if they're immune to poison, the dart doesn't work.
right.
Here's what you do. You push him to the floor so he's prone, and then you attack him.
It's true.
Technically, that's a. Well, I guess you'd rule that as like a grapple maneuver, basically. I mean, you can do that, but it would be essentially you grappling him to do that.
I don't do that. No. I'm just trying to figure out if I already have natural advantage against this guy or not. Like, guess not anymore because the bands are gone.
Correct.
Yeah.
Bands are like
Alright.
seared into his flesh now.
Okay. Where's my thing at? There's rage. Oh, there it is. Do 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 do.
The reckless attack.
She's singing a jaunty tune as she skips down to this guy.
18 will definitely hit.
18.
Slice into it with the axe. Oh, and you, technically you're dealing that extra cold damage.
Yeah.
Because of your absorbing room. Yeah. Is what, an extra D. Let's say. Additional D6.
Okay. Is it only once, or does it stay until my turn is over? Because I attacked twice.
Yeah.
I don't know if I get the D6 each time.
Just as the next time you hit. So I think it's just one time it expends the energy.
1,
15.
33,
My
or
goodness.
35 total damage.
Okay. You do see the cold damage is less effective on them.
Yeah.
But the axe damage is just fine, and that slices into. And like I said, this Goliath got injured from the bands being melted on his flesh, so he's looking in bad shape, but doesn't react because he is incapacitated. I don't think he gets a chance to make that save again, does he? I'll have to see the rules on that.
For the dart?
Yeah, the dart.
No.
Okay. Knocks him out.
Yeah. It's just 1 hour. They're just, yeah.
Okay. I don't think he'll survive that long. Celeste.
So I desperately need some healing.
A
So
number of us do, actually.
I have 6 hit points.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I was wrong.
So I do have a potion of healing that I will gulp.
Nope.
I actually have 2 of them.
Okay.
I don't think I have the thing in my character sheet. What's a potion of healing?
2d4 plus 2.
That's one you never forget.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, 5.
That's right.
We're kind of leveling out of the regular health potions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I will spend 2 key points for quickened healing.
Ooh.
Oh, hold on. I'm giving myself key
Quick.
points. There we go.
I'm also gonna give myself some key points.
I think I deserve them.
Yeah.
Roll a martial arts die. Oh, darn it. What is that at this level?
Oh.
That's a thing that... Is that
Basically
the
second
thing
wind.
that changes? It changes depending on my level.
I think it's is it like a 5v2?
What's the damage on your unarmed
Hmm.
strike? I guess.
Um,
Find the character sheet. Martial arts die at 5th level is a 1d6.
1d6. Okay. So... Excellent. So that's a 2
Well, plus your
That's
proficiency. It
my
says, yeah.
proficiency, which is
Uh,
3, so another 5.
Another 5.
Yeah.
Good job.
Very cool. Okay, that's my action, guys.
Oh, geez, that's an action though. It's not as good as second wind.
Mhm.
No, it's not.
She's just concentrating her energy in the corner over there.
Yep. All right, Mr. Incapacitated Goliath is still incapacitated, so we go to Robin.
Nope.
Okay. 25. All right. Oh boy. Everybody's in bad shape. I will. I will speak again of. I think Edmund was the one who was the target of this before. But Edmund regaining his constitution. His. No, I'm not gonna. He will. Let's see.
This healing word? What's happening?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing.
All right.
Trying to think of the perfect words.
Yeah.
I can't cast it unless I can do it.
I have stage fright.
You will write of Edmund in the corner, recomposing himself, and his wounds knitting as that happens, and he will heal Edmund for 8. And
You should
then,
thumbs up.
and then he will also speak of brave Frey and her headlong charge into the maw of the Goliaths. And he will give her a bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
So can you use... You just use 2 bonus actions. Did we determine if you can use one as an action?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. I just did that, didn't I? Yeah.
I'm gonna allow it because I don't know, but assuming that's all you're gonna do, then...
Yeah, I don't know if I'll look it up. I don't know if you can use a bonus action spell as an action if you want.
Hey. I'll let you look it up.
Yeah.
I'll allow it for now.
Yeah.
All right. Robin, thinking of others before himself, for he has the fewest of hit points.
I was about to run out the door again.
Yeah.
Who got injured with the burning? Was it the burner or the burnie?
The one that is incapacitated was the one you threw the bands at, and that was the one that was melted. So he is in very bad shape and also incapacitated. The other one right next to him is the one that was carrying what you saw, some blue flame in his hand, and pressed it to Journal.
To number 1. Oh no. 10's not gonna hit.
10 is not going to hit. I like that you immediately did that after I destroyed one of them too. This is the hubris of having like a dozen of them. A 10 does not hit, and
wait, is it destroyed?
Mm-hmm.
the other one is absolutely, yeah. He literally melted that shit into the Goliath.
You can make another one to get up to your 6.
Yeah. So that you miss, you have to roll a charisma saving throw or suffer a form of short-term madness.
How dare you?
A 0.
You don't often see just a straight 0.
You don't often see a straight 0 on a save.
0.
I have a -1, yeah.
That's excellent. All right, roll on that short-term madness table. There should be a button on the bottom, I believe. See what befalls you as the instability and unnatural Chardalin invades your mind.
Where's the button?
You might have to turn it on.
Oh, do I need to...
I have to turn it on?
Oh, yeah, you have to go to macros and put it in your bar. I don't have it actually.
Oh, it doesn't do that for you guys automatically?
It's not even an option for me.
Right, it's not an
So it
option.
may not be an option for us right now.
Yeah, we can't see it.
Okay.
Got
Let's
10
do
10
that.
gems.
Okay, select your token now, and it should
Oh.
show up on the top.
I just have long rest, map info, and short rest.
Huh. Oh, visible to player. There we go.
There it is.
Okay, sorry. There's a scroll bar I had to do. You have become frightened and must use your reaction movement each round to flee from the source of the fear. Source in this case would be the one that you tried hurling the Chardonnay at.
Okay, sure.
I shall run away. Regardless.
Okay.
I would force you to use all your movement, however, to flee. Or whatever movement you had left, I guess.
5,
Turn, tail, and run.
15, 20, 25, 30.
Edmund?
The second one is more dangerous than the first. Did you see that blue flame? I don't know what it can do, but it haunts me.
Nice. And that affects you until the end of your next turn, so technically you'll have to do it again.
Well, I can't see him anymore, so
Oh, that's a good
I
point.
don't think I'm frightened anymore.
That's true. Tumbleweed.
Right? The person next to Frey is a giant, right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Ish.
they're humanoid. They can speak giant.
Okay.
Maybe they're giant adjacent, but they are definitely still humanoid.
I will shoot him. Shoot him. Oh,
12 does hit.
Oh, wow.
They are wearing like loincloths, basically.
yeah, for 11 damage. And then I'll attack him again. For 7 damage.
All right, you perforate him with arrows, and without crying out because he's still incapacitated, just crumbles to the ground.
No one cleans up better than Thimbleweed.
Mm-hmm. The surviving Goliath.
Whoa, where did he come from?
Yeah, he's the one that burned off the other one. Goes up to you, Frey, and speaks in common, and says in a very thick, broken accent, "The Frostmaiden has shown us the path to power. Through her, we become stronger. All she asks,
he ended up dead.
yeah, is that we destroy those who threaten the Dale. I will be having that axe."
Come and take it.
Yeah. This Goliath axe. And I believe you recklessly attacked.
I did.
Bless you for that.
You're welcome.
Didn't matter.
Yeah, 19.
Hang on.
Oh,
Don't
shit.
get all clicky happy. I
Sorry.
have my tail and
You do have the
within 10
tail.
feet.
The tail. Activate
I
tail.
See here, girlish tail, which deals 1d8 piercing damage on a hit and has reach property. If an 10 feet hits you with an attack roll, you can use your reaction to swipe your tail and roll a d8, applying a bonus to my AC equal to the number rolled.
Wait, halflings have tails?
Mm-hmm.
This one does. This one
You
does.
missed.
Damn, it's actually rolled a 12.
I now have an AC
Oh,
of 22.
That's right. Okay. Nice.
Gee,
Does that? How long does that last?
I don't know.
as long as I
Doesn't
wanted
say.
to.
Yeah. Until the start of my next turn.
Because it gets 2 attacks.
Oh my god!
23, I believe, will hit, even with your tail.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Those attacks. Yeah.
All right.
Woo!
It's slashing though, so I only take half of that.
That is
shit.
true. Yeah. Does do normal
Frey
slashing
literally
damage.
just smiles and tells him, "Is that all you've got?"
Arrgh, grunts. And it is your turn.
She'll just look at him and go, "My turn now." And I'm just gonna reckless attack again. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Hell yeah.
You stab yourself when you say my turn. This is how you do it.
Ah!
Oh dear lord. The second
Yeah,
crit
that
for
is how you do
Frey.
it.
That is how you do it. You sure showed him. Man.
15 damage. That's a really crappy roll, but whatever.
What was it, 15?
Yeah, 15.
And then he's got to make the save. On save, my hearty friend. Woo! Okay. No trauma for him.
Another 9.
Another hit. Yeah. Getting some punishment there. You guys look like tanky boys, but that is doing some damage.
And after that, I'm gonna chug my 1 health potion. too.
He's still out. Oh no.
I'll take my 6 and be happy with it. Wait, does the Bardic Inspiration work against, like, does it give me extra, like, hit points? Like, if I hit them, I can use it to up my damage? I don't remember.
No, not from
Depends on
not
what kind of
from
bard he
my
is.
cooking. Yeah,
He's not the cool kind of bard.
I'm not.
Ah.
not.
Alright.
Why couldn't you be the cool kind of bard? All you do is unsettle people. It's weird, man. It's just
Go
weird.
around saying weird stuff. Makes everybody uncomfortable.
I think it's mainly for others. It's mainly attack rolls and saves. I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's a 1-to-1 ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
There you go.
Yep.
Okay. That's it. I'm done.
Celeste.
She's breathing heavily, but she's still standing.
Mm-hmm.
You're muted. I like instant feedback. You're so close.
Alright, Celeste has no idea what's going on up here. She's just been recovering down there. So she's just like, la la la, joining everyone else up here. Ah! And so there's just this guy.
There's that guy.
Is that all we have left up here?
Right now.
Oh, great. Okay. Okay. Alright. Mop attack for 5 damage.
Oh,
Hit.
And then gonna use my regular extra attack, no key points. It's a 14.
Wow.
Does
A
a
lot
lot
more
more damage. Yeah.
That's your range, by the way.
Oh, that is. It's funny. Max and minimum. Yeah, that class looking pretty fucking bad now, but still up, surprisingly.
And then my unarmed strike. Oh, okay. We just got
9 does finally miss.
okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Run away, run away.
Run away.
Bye.
So, this Goliath on the floor looks dead.
Looks that way.
It looks dead. But you see blue flame. That blue flame that the other Goliath was carrying come, like, streaking in from this western cave over here, Frey, where you saw the light coming from. You can see this blue flame come streaking and envelops this Goliath. Envelops his whole body until it seems to harden into this icy shell.
Great.
And that's all that happens. Just it's like a cocoon.
He's in a healing shell.
Not like a Goliath Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Robin, that's all that happens.
Okay. Valravan will write words of
largeness. Stupendous.
the mind of the remaining Goliath breaking under the weight of the formidable attacks of the heroes. And he will need to save some dissonant whispers.
I'll save you, dissonant whispers. Wisdom.
Sorry. Thank you.
That's not gonna save.
He fails.
So that's 6 damage, but more importantly, he has to run away from Frey.
Uh-oh.
That means I get to take a
On a
reaction.
failed save, take 6 damage. Immediately use its reaction if available to move as far away as its speed allows away from you. Yes. So it turns, its face goes pale, and takes off running further into the cave, which means, Frey, you do get an attack opportunity. 16 does it.
15 damage.
My goodness. Alright, you like hamstring and like hobbling away, just leaving tracks of blood. He's just holding onto his like insides as he hauls ass. See, 5, 10.
As he runs, as he's hobbling, he's gonna hear, Frey is coming to get you.
Very nice and suitably creepy. Frey, you can have a point of inspiration as you have been trading barbs with this Goliath.
You can't run from me.
Is that all from you, Valravan?
Also, speak of Thimbleweed's bulging muscles for a moment.
As he is wont to do.
At this point in the novel, it's just, for the reader, it's really weird, because, like they'll be, like, in the middle of an action scene, and then there'll be, like, 2 paragraphs about Thimbleweed's muscles.
Really getting some insight on the writer.
Yeah.
Listening as he slept.
As he
right.
slept.
Thimbleweed can have a bardic inspiration.
Nice.
Ah,
Do you really feel inspired by this, or
It's
just
not really that impressive.
skin crawlingly uncomfortable?
And that.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna back up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Get the hell out of that cave.
It's a D6.
Mhm.
No, I'm sorry. It's a D8 now. Bardic inspiration leveled up.
That's why I asked.
You need
'cause
to up your little thing, as it says a D6
Yeah,
I
right there. So.
sure do.
Our bard can never be trusted.
That's right.
Oh.
There.
Edmund is... Oh. You fled further down the chasm.
Oh,
He was in my line of sight. He was in my line of sight just now, and so I ran in further.
Oh. Was he? I thought he just... No, he just ran into the cave.
Well, yeah, right just now, when he was next to Frey,
Yeah.
I was able to see him.
But by the time it was your turn again, he'd already run into the cave, is what I'm saying.
All right, well,
For using that roll.
in that case, I'm just gonna stand here because I am still frightened, and
Yeah, you can't go any closer to him.
I'm not gonna approach if I know he's somewhere around the corner.
Fair.
Don't worry, I'll get him.
Frey, I feel like this for Frey is like the end of The Shining. It's just gonna follow me into the cave with their axe.
Yeah, the axe.
Just hobbling around.
Yeah, Thimbleweed, so you see the one Goliath is just barely alive, just blood trail leading to this northwest cave. You can see bedrolls in there. The other one that's on the floor that looked dead is now encased in ice, and you saw some blue flame that had like touched it coming from the southwest corner.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot the cocoon.
Okay.
My anti-cocoon arrow.
Thank God I packed this. Thimbleweed,
My bug will start eating it.
you fire an arrow and it just clink, just absolutely just bounces off as if it was just a solid steel wall.
Well, Thimbleweed is nothing but persistent, so
must test it again.
With a slightly weaker attack. It is also ineffective, unfortunately.
Alright.
Alright, the injured Goliath in the back, Frey is going to try to hurl one of its... that cool ice spear maneuver that I hadn't been able to do in a while. Eyes glow blue, it touches a javelin that turns into a giant icicle and hurls it at you. I believe advantage? Against Miss Reckless over here?
Yeah, I think I did. I don't... Yeah, that'll hit.
For 3 cold damage. And then you need to do a dexterity save.
I made it this time!
As a DC 13, you need to roll.
God damn it! I saw the 11 and I got excited.
Oh, you do have Bardic Inspiration, though.
I do have,
You have
yeah.
Bardic Inspiration, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta roll at least a 1 though.
Can you roll a 1 or better?
I can roll an 8.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
Alright, so you only take 3 cold damage.
Sweet.
But it tries to hurl another at you. This time I'm going to click advantage. 24! For 1 cold damage. Jeez, and another
Wow.
dex save. For 6 cold damage.
Okay.
And I don't think it has anywhere to go. It just kind of retreats back to this corner. And that is its turn, Frey.
So it just hears in like really low tones, Frey is coming to get 10, 15, 30, 35, 40.
Oh,
Are
God.
we ever good guys?
Always has been.
Are we psychotic serial
Are
killers?
we the baddies?
Hard to say.
I warned you.
I just hear that guttural. What's that famous scream? That ah! From inside the cave.
And yeah, she'll reckless attack again too, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Because why not?
It's just a horror movie now with him crouching in the corner and you just approaching. Oh my God! What the fuck?
Wow.
3 crits! Holy shit!
One fight. She is, yeah.
Holy shit!
That's the free guarantee right there.
That is the Frey guarantee. As you just plant your axe in his fucking head. Oh my God. Annihilated.
The price of 1.
Annihilated.
So to make sure he doesn't come back or get cocooned like that one, so as she swings and annihilates him, she takes his head off.
Okay.
Head goes to the other side of the room.
You yeet the head to the other side of the room.
And yeah, and then she takes some fingers because she's by herself.
Oh my God. Start hacking him up.
Hey, I gotta have my trophies, man. I'm still working on the necklace.
Oh, man.
Okay.
We're not going to be able to take you into a city at some point. At some point, you're just going to have, like, fingers just hanging off your wrists, around your neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's finger time. Wait. Celeste. So, I'm leaving you guys in combat initiative currently. You feel like this cocooned enemy in the middle is a little sus.
Go punch that ice block, Celeste.
But you've also seen that, yeah, a pretty good arrow doesn't seem to do anything to it.
What about a really good arrow?
How about a mop? What will a mop do?
Yeah, how about
Yeah.
a mop instead?
Well, how heavy is it?
The mop?
No,
Oh, no.
the cocoon.
It looks pretty solid. It looks like it is at least the weight of the Goliath plus a large chunk of ice that would be big enough to uncover him.
Drag it over and drop it down the shithole.
Let's roll it off the shaft.
Plug it up.
All right. Oh, yeah. I just realized what else in here. Yeah. I guess it's play by committee. What do you want her to do?
Grab
Let's
it.
plug up that hole.
Yeah,
15,
drag it over to the shithole.
So it takes 20 feet to get to it,
It's
And
like
then-
100 feet of movement, right?
we could have her.
Yeah, she's got like 1,000 feet of movement here.
Yeah.
I think she's at 50 now. Pretty
I
good.
think it was 10,000 last time I heard.
10,000. That sounds about right.
Oh, look, she's coming back.
I can have her make a strength check. Okay. All right. It is your turn. Well, I moved you 20 feet towards the Goliath. They all want you to pick him up and...
The shithole.
So, yeah.
What? I'm picking him up?
Yeah.
It's going to
Okay.
require a strength check because it's a large body that's bigger than you, and he's covered in ice.
Oh, okay.
Dune,
That
poop.
seems difficult.
Does seem
You don't
difficult.
necessarily need to pick him up. Just drag him over
Push
the
him.
shithole over
Yeah,
here.
push him.
Push him like a sled through the snow.
Can I use my mop to curl him? Like,
It doesn't seem as aerodynamic as those weird ass curling disc things. And also, this is not an ice rink. This is just snow.
okay, a strength check.
I believe they're called Coralites.
Are they? I
No.
have no idea. You don't feel like that's enough to even budge it.
Hmm.
You did not budget enough strength to...
Stop. Stop.
Called a stone, by the way. A curling stone.
Ah.
Okay.
Of course.
I mean, I can just use my mop more, not to curl, but more as like a lever, just like to shove it under there and just sort of like kind of lever him up and then flip him off.
Flip him off.
That's how physics.
Fuck you, ice thing.
Not flip him off. off of my broom.
Okay.
It's physics. It's how physics happens.
I'll give you... I'll give you a...
You made your broom a fulcrum. You found a pivot point.
No.
These sound like physics words.
Yeah.
Those do sound like physics words, I'm afraid. Give me a strength check with advantage by using your mop with physics.
If we add a couple of branches and maybe a sling, we can turn your mop into a makeshift trebuchet and send it flying.
Watch him.
All right, so you are able to basically get on this side of him and kind of flip him over, and he tumbles basically towards Thimbleweed. And this is actually a slope down, so it probably ends up like right here.
Oh no!
Now it's Thimbleweed's problem.
Exactly.
That's the Austin Powers scene where the steamroller's coming at him very slowly. No!
If only I could move when it's not my turn.
And it's its turn next, and you see the shell crack and break open. And inside
Alright.
is a beautiful butterfly. No, it's
Oh.
It looks like that Goliath is in there. All his wounds gone. And no longer incapacitated or poisoned, and just stands up menacingly, now fully blue-eyed with its eyes and hefting its axe.
That has a hunger for flesh.
It's got a taste for halfling now. And immediately swings that axe at Thimbleweed.
That's what Celeste's actions did. It targeted Thimbleweed.
18,
Ooh.
Why does he get to go twice?
because that's what he does. Not the only one that can go twice now.
Yes.
For 10 slashing damage.
Yes. And then Thimbleweed sort of clutches his midsection and gains 6 of that back.
All right.
Mm.
And you see he kind of intones, "Frostmaiden empowers me." And it is Valravan's turn.
All right.
If Frey hears that, you guys just hear that chanting coming back again from that
That's
room.
right.
Yeah.
Frey is coming to get.
He's mocking you now, Frey. He's come back from the dead to mock you specifically. Valravan will pick up or pull from his pack a lantern and point it at this creature, this
Take this!
newly revived Goliath. And he will launch a flaming bird at it.
Oh no, my only weakness.
You!
That's right. Yeah, so it's a DC 13 dex save.
Okay.
Where he takes 10. Oh, god damn it. I should use my words.
But he wasn't
Should've used the
unsettled
words.
this time, was he?
Yep. He was not. Alright, that does nothing. Valravn will write that Edmund, seeing Valravn's mistakes, learned from them and knew to do better on his turn. And Edmund will get a bardic inspiration.
Let these dogs out real quick. Go ahead, Edmund.
What? A D8 for what?
Attack rolls,
Ability checks and
ability
saving
checks
throws.
and saving throws, yep.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna do the same thing I always do.
More balls.
More Pokeballs.
Doesn't learn.
Oh, now he doesn't have anybody to save him from it.
That's true. 15 does hit, in fact.
He flips off number 2.
He becomes wrapped in the Chardelin bands and is restrained. It is Thimbleweed's turn. Restrained, it does mean you have advantage, and he has disadvantage and cannot move.
These guys right beside me?
Yep.
Okay. It's hard to tell. I
mean, there's a little bit of a ridge here, but it's not a big elevation change.
Alright. I'll short sword him to life.
You have advantage.
No. Yeah, you have advantage, you're right. That's...
Oh, thank goodness.
Embarrass yourself in front of the ice guy. 26 does hit.
Alright. Plus the bugs.
The bugs!
Bugs! For 13. And I'll do it again. 14?
Does hit, yep.
Alright. For 8 damage.
Low AC.
Hilariously low AC. Oh no, it's his turn. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's the other one, the one that Frey decapitated. Celeste, you have the best view of this. You see light, a blue flame, clearly, I don't know how many fucking times I can tell you guys this, streaking from the southwest cave out into the tunnels, and now it goes north into the Goliath. And it encircles his body and his head.
On separate sides of the room?
On separate sides of the room. You're not sure what that's gonna happen, but the same thing happens. That fire encircles him
Is his
and
head gonna grow like tiny legs and he's gonna be
and becomes a hard candy outer shell. And then
Wait, what happened? They come together?
He's got the healing cocoon.
And
Yeah.
so they brought the two things together?
they're still separate right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The head's gonna grow its own little set of
So
feet.
you're not sure what that's gonna happen, but that's.
Yeah.
But it seemed to have the same effects as the other one, at least in terms of the cocoon. And it is.
I mean, I'd be interested to see how it's going to heal that.
Yeah.
The head is on the opposite end of the room. All right. Well, I'm still raged so long as I attack somebody. 3. 30. As I pass by Celeste, I'll ask her if she saw where the blue stuff is coming from and if we can get rid of it somehow.
I think it was coming from way, and I have no idea how to get rid of it, but it was so beautiful.
All right. Well, I don't have to have reckless attack this time because he's tied up.
Right, you have advantage because he is restrained by the bands. 7 will hit,
7.
for sure.
15 for another 9. So 24 total.
Okay, I started the MVPC poll, so folks, please vote on your MVPC for this session. Both of those connect, and once again, looks like he's taken some serious injuries. Although, seems to be registering them a lot less since he still has the blue flame in his eyes. We go to Celeste.
Okay. Sorry, how is this guy looking?
Pretty heavily wounded. Again.
But the thing keeps. Okay, yeah. So how do we get rid of the light? Does anyone know? We don't know.
I think we have to go into wherever it was coming from and figure out where it's coming from.
It was the southwest, right? Isn't that what you said? Like down this way?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, like this lantern thing that has the blue light thing in it.
Celeste, dozens of icicles
Did you have blue light in it?
cling to this 12-foot high ceiling of a frost-rimed chamber, which is bathed in blue light. The source is a blue flame crackling in a stone brazier. Despite the fire, you feel no heat coming off of it. If anything, it's even chillier in this room.
Okay. I'm going to... Let's see. I'm advancing forward. Am I taking, like, cold damage or anything?
No, not at the moment, but good of you to ask.
Great. Okay. Trying
Does it
You
hurt?
to be cautious.
So what you feel...
Do I have frostbite yet?
What you feel is that, when you approach a fire, you feel heat coming off of it, right? And you feel like, oh, it's going to get warmer if I approach it. You feel literally the opposite with this fire. You feel, oh, there's cold coming off of it, like a freezer is open. And as I approach it, I feel colder.
Feel colder.
Colder. You feel so cool.
That's so cool.
So cool approaching this
Okay.
fire.
So this is it's like a pedestal type thing, yeah?
Yep, like a fire
Okay.
pit. Yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna knock it over then. I'm just gonna hit it with my broom.
Okay. You knock it over, just tilt it over on its side, and you do that, and the flame is still just flickering as if it's still standing straight up, just right out of the brazier.
But it looks like fire.
It looks like fire.
Okay. Well, I also then, if that counts my action, I don't know if I can do this. Then, but I want to use my magic broom to create a bunch of water to try to extinguish it.
Okay. Click on something so I can see what the context of that is.
We'll allow it.
So it's I can create up to 10 gallons of water
Okay.
or spray water out of broom.
Okay. Do you want to do the gallons of water like down on top of it?
Yes, that's what I would like to do.
Okay.
It extinguishes exposed flames in the area.
Yes. So you do that, and the first thing you notice is that although it looks like a fire, it is not fire. And as the water gets near it, it freezes. Literally, just water freezes as soon as it even touches this flame, and it becomes little like icicles just darting down into the ground.
Okay. But is it all frozen now, and so now it can't shoot into the other room?
No, it appears to it has affected the water rather than the water affecting it.
Okay.
So you definitely feel like this is magical in some way. I believe that is an action.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna back out this way and communicate that to my friends. That I tried, but I don't know how to take care of that.
So disadvantage. So this one has disadvantage, still in the binds, and he seems to be very distressed by this, and he even tries to like call out, Auril. It is the hated black ice that they wield. He will try to destroy them for you. And will swing with its axe at disadvantage at, it'll do one at Frey, Feebly, and one at Thimbleweed.
Oh boy.
17 hit with disadvantage.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm willing to say that you hit me with the 17 versus Thimbleweed. Let Thimbleweed have gone first.
Right.
Except I called them out before I attacked, didn't I? And that's all it does. It goes to Valravn. Let these dogs back in.
All right. Hearing Celeste's description of trying to put this ice out, he will decide to go help her. He will. He will first Misty Step himself up to Frey. Sans clothing. This is apparently the thing.
That's Celeste.
That is Celeste. Hello, Celeste.
Hello, female number
I don't
two.
know, man. I don't know, man. It's no.
It's a running gag now that we have. We
Yes,
just have to
yes.
accept it.
Yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
one is a
only
half
single one,
orc and the
folks.
other is a halfling. They literally look absolutely nothing alike.
Yeah.
We're not even the same class this
No,
time.
you're not the same color. You're not. There's no.
Just to try to be as separate as possible.
The last time we were almost
Hey,
separate as
you know what?
possible too. We just happened to share a class.
You know what? I don't do it till I'm drinking, but ask Reese. I call people by other names. I would call Reese Eric all the time.
There was a time you pretty much ran through every single person you knew.
And then just random names at some point. Bob. Is it Bob? I want to say Bob.
You're now Quizbit.
Yeah. I was in college. I'd known you for at least a couple years by then.
That's right. Yeah, a couple.
Names get hard. Names get hard.
It's what he does.
Now what is he doing?
Celeste. When I teleport next to Celeste, I will sort of maybe get the lay of the land here, in terms of what she saw. And so right now the brazier is tipped over, but the flame's like on the ground.
It still looks like it's originating from the brazier, but it acts like it hasn't tipped over at all. Like the flame's still jutting in the same direction as if we're standing up.
Okay. Then in that case, oh well. Yeah, either way, I was gonna do this. Valravn will start writing his own speech. And then Valravn cried out at the brazier, "Begone, foul frost goddess! You are not wanted here. Your magic is dispelled." And he's gonna cast Dispel Magic on the flame.
As you do that, the fire winks out and disappears. And at the same time, the blue eyes leave this one and becomes distressed about that. And then you see the shell melt away from the one in the north, and it's just a headless body inside the shell.
Okay, so it just at least dismissed the healing magic that was happening on the northern one.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of wanted to see what was going to happen with that. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
We were all curious on that one.
You also note that just inside of that brazier, there looks like a little ring is now visible.
Ooh, interesting. Well, I can go down in here, I guess. But... Is there anything else in this room besides the brazier and this ring now?
Nothing that you can see other than that. But the ring does look magical.
Okay. I will collect it for now.
All right, Mr. Ulrich, just have the Goliaths in your Charlatan bands.
I want to grapple him.
Okay. Let's see. Does strained affect grapple?
Sure, it's like an attack, isn't it?
Does attack rolls against you have advantage? So yeah, I'd give you advantage on the, what is that, strength? Or athletics. It doesn't say... I guess he has disadvantage, so I just give him disadvantage. But weirdly enough, it just says he has disadvantage on dex saves. But I'll give him... I'll just, for the sake of argument, I'll give him disadvantage on his athletics as well. But he can still squirm around in this Pokeball. Although you did beat him, even with his massive strength. You effectively got a firm hold.
Come this way.
Okay, you can move at half speed if you're
Man.
grabbing him.
On these rules. Fine. Where's the closest? Where's the closest crevice?
Closest crevice?
Mm-hmm.
There's the path you took outside is a winding path with a ravine on the side. Otherwise, there's that poop chute that's down the southeast.
Like right next to Thimbleweed right here?
No, it's pretty far down this way. What was your plan after grappling this Goliath?
I was gonna throw him down the ravine.
Okay.
But I can't make it.
10, 15, yeah.
I just did an action. So how much will you allow me to move?
How much movement do you have?
15 more feet.
5, 10, 15. Yeah, you can make it to here.
I can?
Oh, no, sorry. Use it difficult terrain. Yeah. So you're only making it half that, so you're probably making it to here.
Where?
Below the dragon token.
You allow me to go here?
Yep.
I just like turn with him and just like push him off? Rotate.
I'll allow it because it's cool.
Alright. So I drag this squirming guy, and as I'm pushing him off, I say the command word to release the Charlatan band so I can get it back.
Okay.
Release it into the ravine.
Yeah, so you grab him, kind of roll him over to the edge of this cliff, and then right when you kind of set him in motion, you call the word to untrap him, and he goes plummeting down in this ravine, which it's not like hundreds of feet or anything. It's probably, 30 or 40 feet, but he's hurting pretty bad. So as you drop him, he hits every rock on the way down, and he calls out, "I don't feel her anymore," and is crushed by the rocks below.
Unpleasant way to go. Just
Yeah.
roll down a ravine.
Edmund, you can have a point of inspiration for that bit of cleverness.
Thank you. It's a bit of a stretch, but I appreciate it.
I appreciate the creativity. All right, so the area is quiet currently. I'm going to take you all out of initiative. Doesn't look like they are reviving any longer. Since it's already after midnight now, I can kind of montage the loot process, which is the gold coin treasure pile in the where the wormlings were, which comes out to 96 silver pieces, 331 copper pieces, a full thieves' tools pouch, belt, whatever thieves' tools come in, a copper spyglass that looks like it's worth some money, and 2 spell scrolls. And I'll let whoever wants to roll on the spell scroll table. I have a new one for 2nd level and for 1st level. You can do one at 1st and one at 2nd. Feel the one for 2nd as well.
What are we doing? Rolling on.
Yeah, I need somebody just choose, so we don't get a whole bunch of rolls here, but somebody can roll a 1st level spell and somebody can roll a 2nd level spell, and that's what you find.
Alright, I'll roll a 2nd level. Well, maybe I will.
Did I do it right? There you go.
Yes. Enlarge, reduce.
Alright, somebody roll me a 1st level spell. Or
I'll let one of y'all do it because I don't do spells. Wouldn't make sense for free.
True.
Yeah, I'll do it if nobody else wants to, but
Do it!
You're the spell guy.
yeah. Protection from good and evil.
Right, and the other thing you found was a magic ring, which you guys probably want a short rest here. And
Yeah, I absolutely need
you can identify that. And before you even do that, you hear a voice coming from the chasm, and up strides Oya Minartok, and she is literally carrying the body of 2 more Goliaths, and they appear to be dead. And she throws them down at the ground and says, "I got these 2 out hunting, and saw they lost the aura of the Frostmaiden, and made my move. We are good team, yes. You did good work in here."
Thank you. I suppose you could have warned us about the regeneration of these creatures upon death.
I did not know what their gifts were.
That was it.
That sounds
Quite
bad.
troublesome, in fact.
Yeah.
It was still a fun fight.
Yeah, she nods to you, Frey, and says, "That axe look like it got many good strikes."
It pissed the DM off.
That is good. And she sits with you, Frey, while you all can benefit from a short rest and do your short rest stuff.
Yay.
And she weaves together some magic and says, "I can use some of what they did in this cave and grant you the power of the ice rune." And she bestows a new rune on your axe, Frey. So now you have the ice rune. And as an action, you can spend 1 charge of your axe to hurl an icy version of your axe at a target within 60 feet that you can see. Make a ranged attack roll as if the axe were a thrown weapon. Target takes 1d10 cold damage if it hits. Regardless of hit or miss, the ice axe explodes, and each creature within 5 feet must succeed on a DC 13 dex save or take 2d6 cold damage. You basically got the weapon of the enemies.
Javelins, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Indeed. So I can either add that to your axe, or you can. And then, Valravn, what you found, you actually might like this yourself. The magic ring is a ring of warmth.
Oh, great.
While wearing this ring, you have resistance to cold damage. In addition, you and everything you wear and carry are unharmed by temperatures as low as minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Dope ring.
Yeah. Yeah, those are stoats on there, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. I didn't notice that.
They look like them.
Yeah.
Marvin's still gonna wear it though. Tired of being
Yeah.
exhausted from the cold.
Exactly. It does require attunement. But obviously you are short resting, so you can do that.
Did we get your song of rest for this
You
short
sure
rest?
did. Yep,
Yeah.
your D8.
And Frey, you were the MVPC of tonight's session. I do believe 3 crits
Yay.
should damn well
Crits is it.
grant that. Insane. You can roll on the MVPC table.
Hey. I can grant another player inspiration.
Oh, I haven't seen that one too often.
Wow. You do it right now? How does that work?
Yeah, you can do it right now.
We'll give Valravn inspiration.
I already got it. Don't give it to me.
Oh. Who doesn't have it?
Yeah, show of hands.
I feel like a lot of people get inspiration this session.
Yeah. Reese, do
I
you
just
have it?
haven't
If literally everybody has it, then I'll let you reroll.
I think everyone might. I don't know about. You'll have to select check Celeste's sheet for me.
Yes, I can do that.
28, 30, 36. Sweet, that's pretty close.
Celeste does not, so we can award that to.
Yeah, I'll give it to her.
Okay. Man, everybody got inspiration coming in now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and with that, you'll enjoy the short rest, and then the Werebear thanks you all for your service, and says that she will, call upon you if and she doesn't explain how she can do that, but she needs more assistance.
Call me anytime.
Yeah.
I'll kill whatever you want.
Yeah. You are a friend of the dale and friend of the mountain folk. And from there, you all can continue your journey towards Sunblight, but that will do it for this week's session of Rime of the Frostmaiden. By the way, no session next week. It is the Thanksgiving holiday here in the US. And we are taking the week off from doing D&D, so we will return the December 3rd.
In December.
All right, thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to our wonderful fans for watching, and the patrons for your support. Shoutouts to Platinum patrons Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Christopher Thomas, Adam, Stan, Alex, Cam, William, I'm Loud, and Lackland Baird, and Gold patrons RPG, Peppercrafts, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, Marcus, Dead Lizard, Lounge, Sam, Ross, Sleepy Spuds, Jerome, Sklenio, Nick, Blood Angel, Veronis, Baboon, Nathan, Fast Like a Tortoise, James, and Kyle. We're live streaming our D&D adventures every week, except next week, and we will see you all next time.
In the month December.
That's right.
In the month December.
Found a good stopping point. Got through a whole quest. From a friendly werebear.
I wish we dropped someone down that shithole.
We tried real hard.
We did try. Should have put a shithole in the next location.